They have deferred, and Joshua Party has turned this into an art form, this kickoff, which he bounces, and it's at the 27-yard line of this lump there by Stein, where we talked about it's the knuckleball that he kicks. He does that, it's about the 10th or 11th time he's already done that this season.
Yeah, and he's proven to be consistent with it, second only behind Carolina this year. Does a good job. You know, they call it the dirty ball, like you and I were talking about being a Phil Niekro knuckleball. And look at that football. I mean, he does that almost every time, and as long as that lands inside the 20 in the landing zone, all bets are off.
So Jones and company, track formation, they start from the 28-yard line, they start on the ground, they give it to McCaffrey. He's averaging only 3.3 yards per carry coming into the game. The offensive line is still trying to gel. So Jones, first-round draft pick by New England back in 21, 15th overall in that draft, went to the Pro Bowl. His record this year is 2-0 with 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. You saw Purdy last week. He lost to Jacksonville, and now Jones in this week. They have 10 days off to see about their next game at Tampa Bay. On play action, he's chased, he throws, it's a screen, it's McCaffrey.
First down, yes.
What do you do to compete tonight? You get the ball in the hands of 23. Watch how quick this front four can penetrate. Now, I know that's a screen, but he got by that left guard, the rookie, so quickly, Connor Colby. But he recognized they got the ball in the hands of 23. And then once he has the ball through that rush, now he's in space, and we all know what Christian McCaffrey can do with the ball.
McCaffrey, with 32 receptions, is by far their leading receiver. The top 2 guys, of course, are out, as you said before.
A false start. Vilvinovich is the referee.
That's Connor Colby, a rookie out of Iowa, who was picked in the 7th round.
Real quick on Matt Jones, did a bunch of his games in college when he was in Alabama, led the Crimson title all the way to a national title the year he started. He had to sit back and wait behind Tua and Jalen Hurts and learned a lot. If I had to give him the greatest thing I could tell you about him, ability to process, sees it very well, and in this system, obviously with Kyle Shanahan, that's vitally important. Get the ball in his hands quickly tonight.
Play fake again, over the middle. McCaffrey again, so 3 plays, 3 touchdowns.
It's another first down, yes.
Searching to find their running game. They've been doing a lot of checkdowns, and it's really an extension of the run game. They just have had a little bit more space here early. I thought the Rams may want to try to prove and make them have to get the ball thrown downfield vertically. Open passes open.
You have Brian Robinson in the backfield, picked him up from Washington before the season started. Pass intended for the fullback, he's checked. Is it complete?
Flag is down.
Connor McGivitt's right tackle. The rookie Stewart almost got by him.
Holding up number 68. 10-yard penalty, no first down.
McGivitt's got only penalty.
Just for you, if you haven't seen the Rams, all you know is about Stafford and Luka and Devontae Adams. This is there it is right there. It's a great defense. They hit big with Jared Verse last year, Greg Fisk, who came in both from Florida State, first and second rounders. We know about Kobe Turner, who's done such a remarkable job, Byron Young. So they'll get pressure with their 4 and play a lot of zone behind it.
All you need is 4. You got 7 in coverage. It's a 1st and 20 after the penalty. Jones hands in there, throws, that's caught by Kendrick Ford. He's inside.
Another first down. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. It's another first down. Yes.
So Ford will have to go on a heavy lift tonight with Pearson and Jennings out. That's good for 35 yards after a 1st and 20.
And this is their offense right now with the injuries, and especially opening drive, trying to get Mac Jones to settle in. Played a lot of football with Kendrick Bourne in New England, played 3 seasons with him. So as he's learning some of his options tonight, one guy he knows about is Bourne, and that time, what a job after the catch by 84.
Good opening drive for the 49ers, but Juszczyk in at fullback. They do that a lot, as you know if you follow this game. 84 here from Calvin. Nate Landman is quite a story. picked up from Atlanta. Sean McVay looking on. He and Les Snead do such a great job not only drafting, pick up a kid like Nate Landman in his first year here, they get him a captain.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
And the players' vote on those captains says everything about the respect that he is commanding. Chris Schuler told me he's done a great job of bringing all three rooms, the line, the linebackers, and the secondary together.
2nd and 7. Take the toss to the left, throw in the middle, caught very close to a first down. That's Jake Thomas, the tight end. Again, they're minus George Kittle, their great tight end, who's on extra reserve, might be able to play in 10 days.
I know you know this, but Kyle Shanahan, much like what you see with Sean McVay, Chris Schuler is familiar with it. It's multiple formations, it's personnel groupings, it's pre-snap movement. Really challenge the defense to communicate and make adjustments, try to get that defense thinking too much to slow them down.
Don's grandson, roommate and college of Sean McVay. They go way back. 3rd down and 1 here to the outside.
Another first down. Yes. 3 shots to get touchdown.
I saw penetration by Puna Ford in the middle. I thought there may be a situation where he might be able to get to McCaffrey early, but watch him shoot this gap. But then look out on the front side, the play side. Good job there by the tight end. Farrell, you can obviously see Juszczyk, what he can do and always get behind Trent Williams on 3rd and short.
8th play of the drive, 2 tight ends. 1st and goal from the 6. Short drop.
Touchdown. Yes.
As we said, short week, you don't know what can happen. Watch the motion here by McCaffrey. Watch how the defense responds to the 23. They're all eyes on 23, and a great job of anticipating that. Mac Jones 5 of 5 on this opening drive, 77 yards, and a touchdown pass right there.
And we're able to get by and withstand 2 penalties along the way. Eddie Pinheiro picked up after the first week, boots it through. 5 minutes into the game, the 49ers, 7 of the Rams 11. Big game last week.
Matthew Stafford is our quarterback.
End of the game. Has thrown 385 in his career, over 60,000 passing yards, and of course won that Super Bowl after the 21 season. 17th year, a dozen in Detroit. The big trade with Jared Goff going the other way. Paid off for both teams. Running back is Kyren Williams. Through the middle he goes, and he picks up about 4, 2nd down and 6.
And Stafford, you look at the 17 years, you combine that, I mean, you can argue he's got the prettiest delivery of football, as natural as it can be. Smart, leader, teammates love him. Got great toughness, and just loves, we talked to him this week about 17th year. I think he just loves the competition of it, just being out there with the guys and fighting to find a way to win a game.
You saw that in the open. Look out, he stumbles, but recovers, goes against the grain, throws, and it's caught taking the 42-yard line. Puka Nacua. He's having, out of this World Season, he's averaging over 10 catches per game.
And he was fortunate this time that Matthew Stafford's the athlete that he is. I mean, he could probably get stepped on coming out of there. He does, and that right foot. It's Shelton, the center, and he maintains his balance and then is able to work outside. It affected some of the timing there, but he's good job of keeping it alive and work the backside to find Puka.
3rd and 1.
It's another first down.
Who's developed clearly over the past few years into one of the top backs in the league.
And he's a good fit for where this offense has gone. They used to be going back to when Matthew Stafford first got here. They were shotgun, spread you out, really trying to take advantage of his arm and his skill that they had on the perimeter. The guys that moved on, they've retired. Big Whit retired. They had to reshuffle that offensive line. And sometime around 23, they became more of an under center, downhill, physical team running the football. And Kyren Williams, great fit.
Fake to him. Good protection. Down the sideline.
Pass is incomplete.
He got the 88-yard touchdown reception to win last week's game against the Colts. The intended receiver, 2nd and 10.
You won't see that very often. Matthew Stafford missing an open receiver downfield. San Francisco will not play a ton of man tonight. They are a kind of an aggressive bend but don't break type of mentality. They want to keep the ball in front of them. Got a lot of youth at the back end. A lot of new young players, a couple of rookies back there. So they want to try to attack downhill with their front and keep the ball in front of them. Do not want to give up the explosives today.
This man is the stud, Nick Bosa, out after week 3. Gone for the season.
The sacks, yes.
Of Bosa, 11-yard sack.
There's a defensive alerts, meaning this isn't guaranteeing that these guys are coming, but this is where the pressure could come from. And in fact, this time it does. They bring 4 weak, really affected the offensive line and the protection. A lot of confusion. And William Bryce hung the long. He's going to win those battles, especially if you let him inside like that.
3rd down and 21. They're trying to pick up a few and 2. Somebody loses the helmet. Ross Huff is right there. There's Huff. He played for Saleh in New York with the Jets, then went to Philadelphia, got a ring, and winds up back with Saleh, who's not the defensive coordinator. There he is.
Love to see him being back in San Francisco with his team, getting them to believe and buy into what this culture is all about. He's getting them there. Guaranteed in a few weeks, they get healthy. They're going to be playing as good as anybody on this side of the ball.
Ethan Evans to send it towards Sky Moore. The former Chief makes the grab, almost gets tackled immediately, and then gets swarmed on at the 10-yard line. The 49ers will take over with 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. San Francisco leading 7-6.
Donating to cancer research with
Timberwolves and the Lakers meet in the Pride kicks off Friday, October 24th, 7 Eastern. And there, of course, is a mural of Luka Doncic and Kobe Bryant on the trending Melrose Avenue in West Hollywood.
What is LA going to do? They're going to have the Dodgers probably in the NLCS by now. The Lakers will be getting started. They have the Chargers and the Rangers. A lot going on out here. Because it's cold.
USC.
USC. Not UCLA.
Not this year. Start from the 9, do the 49ers on this drive. Nice little crease there for McCaffrey. Picks up 5.
Well, they really challenged this offensive line about physicality. It's been an area where they've been trying to find it. The running game just been off these first 4 games. They're confident that obviously with McCaffrey back there, it's a matter of time that they get this thing on track. Off to a really good start. You know, they overcame a 1st and 15 and a 1st and 20 on that first drive to put that 7 points on.
Beautiful opening salvo for them. 2nd and 5. Jones holds it.
It's caught! Yes! Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field.
He was suspended, but there is a flag on the play, and this one's coming back.
It's going to be called. Yes, it's going to be called against the Rams.
Now, I think he hits him too high. Watch for the contact right there. Terry, you see that? You agree?
Yeah, absolutely, Kirk.
Nice job, Stewart, you asshole.
Yeah, Stewart's the rookie out of Michigan who's really made a splash these first 4 games, but that time he came in a little bit too high. Good. How about the toughness, by the way, of Mac Jones making that throw?
But hold on a second. The 49ers are going back up to the 41-yard line. Did they, by replay assist, that was legal? The 49ers over the 41-yard line now. They marked it after the catch is what they did. So up to the 46-yard line was Christian McCaffrey. 2nd down, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that's after the play, I believe, there. That's when they tack on. So they go from being way back to So now they hit that pass. By the way, Mac Jones, when Mac Jones gets into the zone, like I guess any quarterback, he's clearly, and even on a short week, prepared and dialed in. He stood right down the barrel and took that shot, delivered that football on the money.
Second down and 5. He is 6 out of 6 for 90 yards already. No room there. McCaffrey gets stuck at the line of scrimmage. It's Poona Ford. They were over the Chargers. All they had to do was make first down. 8-3 in the lead.
That was really, I know Poona Ford makes the play. A good job of chasing it from the backside. When they go outside zone, it's really, can you set that edge? And Jared Verse 8, who we're going to have a lot of fun watching tonight, like on downs in this kind of situation on third down. That time showing his versatility and set the edge, forcing him back to the inside where Poona Ford was.
5 minutes left in the quarter, third down at 6. Jones hanging in. Jones throws across his body, and McCaffrey is close to
Did he get it? Did he get the first down?
A little short. McCullough makes the tackle there.
The start that they're off, the momentum you have, knowing Kyle Shanahan, I know he's looking to listen to the analytics, going for it.
Nope, he was short at the first down.
Playing tennis, a really good tennis player. But the vision to be able to find McCaffrey on that check down gives him a shot here on fourth and just a few inches.
Ryan Robinson into the game. McCaffrey out. Fourth and inches. On the 49-yard line.
He got the first down. Yeah.
And he has enough for the first down.
Not quite the tush push, but it works. gets him across. He's just trying to look at the defensive front. Where's the opening? Obviously, want to work here or there. Just get behind the center and right guard. Pooney is able to pick up the yardage. Not getting the ball downfield. Their average depth of target's just over 3 yards. So it's not been anything downfield, but they've been able to find, with the scheme that Kyle Shanahan's been able to create, find some open receivers, allow them to have yards after the catch.
From the 48-yard line on first down. Good protection. Pass into traffic. It's pulled in. Marcus Bowden Stanley. He's been around for 8 years out of South Florida. Brandon Ayuk was on the PUP list, so he is still unavailable. Lake makes the stop right there. Second and 1.
Marquez Valdes-Scantling is on the 49ers.
And right here, I think he thinks he's got an opportunity because the safety's staying back, kind of floats the ball in there, and when he does, he's going to throw in there accurately. The receiver could use his body to shield that safety coming down. So, good job there by the Niners.
Second and 1. Robinson is the running back. Give it to him. And the ex-commander is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Lake was there to hit him. And they're going to mark that one a little bit shy. Third and 1.
At 95 in the middle is a handful. He is against anybody. But Jake Brindle right now, the center, and especially when it's run game, he's got his hands full against this big fella. Came over across town from the Chargers, and they really needed an enforcer in the teeth of this defense, and he's providing that.
McCaffrey back in third down and 1. Fake to McCaffrey. Jones looking. Throwing. Incomplete. Juszczyk was looking inside the pass, went to the outside. Landman is there.
I think you should go for it.
Fourth down in midfield. They're going to go for it here again on fourth down. This one a little bit longer, maybe about a half a yard. It's his first incompletion. Looks like he and Juszczyk just not quite on the same page. I think he was expecting him to work to the boundary. Instead, Juszczyk went upfield.
Fourth and 1. Robinson comes back in. Already run 17 plays with 2 minutes to play in the quarter. McCaffrey and Robinson are both in the game. McCaffrey now in the slot.
And timeout called by Jones.
Shaw comes to the bench. Fourth down. So the winner of this game, for what it's worth, the NFC West is probably the best division in football right now, the most competitive. The winner's going to be 4-1. And of course, Seattle, don't forget about Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle's 3-1.
Yeah.
Arizona lost a tough one, 2 tough ones in a row, 2-2.
Yeah, I tell you, this division, even before the season started, I think everybody knew the potential of it. And now just, not even, I guess just a little over a month into this season, what's been incredible to me is what Kyle Shanahan has done, considering you look out there, you're used to seeing, obviously, all the big names, and they've been decimated with injuries, and yet been able to get over 3 of the 4 games. Almost had a shot last week with -4 in turnover margin, and still almost won that football game. Had the ball midfield late with a chance to win.
That's for Jacksonville. Can they keep this drive going here? Hand it off.
It's a first down. Yes.
That first down. Spence makes the tackle. So we go to the bigger back here, Robinson. The 6'1", 225. So Shanahan, head coaches of the Blazers. Look at that sheet. What do they call that? It's a menu from.
What did he say? I forget the restaurant. He said Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, that menu's like 3 inches deep, right?
Mm-hmm. 28 pages. Minute and a half. Left in the quarter. A little trickery here. Back it goes to Jones. Then to McCaffrey. Has some blocking. McCaffrey gets taken down to the 30-yard line. So right out of the back of the playbook, McCaffrey looking for a flag on the tackle. Picks up 8, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, you think, he's just checking it down. Watch the offensive line. This is a design screen to get the ball thrown over there. You're moving him constantly. He's kind of selling it like he's going downfield, but he's all along. He's waiting to get that convoy out in front. And once again, get the ball to McCaffrey in space and watch him do what he can do after the catch. Terry, what do you think of the tackle there at the end?
It's okay, Kirk. He's on the jersey part. He didn't get his fingers inside the collar, so not a risk collar tackle.
It's a first down. Yes.
Robinson, who's expendable, who's Washington, gone up with a great rookie in the backfield. And then, of course, Austin Eckler got hurt. They probably probably got him back.
Yeah, you're right about that. But Robinson does give you a change of pace, more of a downhill thumper type of back. Played with Mac Jones in Alabama, so another guy that Mac Jones has some experience with. But the time of possession is dominated by St. Fran in this first quarter.
Waiting seconds of the period. First down at the 26-yard line. Jones with a shoulder shade down the sideline.
Touchdown! Yes!
Robinson is
What?
Marcus Robinson. The Rams last season. Just out about Kobe Durant covering on the play.
I thought it was a touchdown, but it's not.
That's a good deep ball. That's
Oh, hold on. We gotta take a look at it.
Takes Robinson too far.
Yep, he was outbound.
No chance at all, full speed to be able to get those feet down. But the fact that the Rams will play a lot of zone, they left their corners on an island and they challenged them, got the ball downfield, and we know what Robinson can do, the former Ram, to get downfield vertically.
2nd and 1. McCaffrey.
And I'll take us to the end of quarter number 1.
-6.
Yeah, and that's a great way to keep Matthew Stafford and company on the sideline.
3rd and 9. This is the 15th play of this drive. It started back at their own 9-yard line. Jones. Pass is caught.
First down, yes.
Along the sidelines. So 3rd and 9, and the X-Man comes back to pick up the first down. First and goal.
This pass is all about timing and relationship, especially against press coverage. He tries to sell it downfield. Ball is in the air. It's a good job by the veteran Robinson seeing the ball in the air as he's still running his route. Now he comes back to it, and the timing and the location of that ball by Mac Jones could not have been any better.
Toss here. McCaffrey. Can he get in? Close to the 1. I mean, it's the great thing. Everybody knows nothing. Nobody knows anything, right? This is going to be an inept 49er offense missing everybody against a fabulous Ram defense.
One thing I've learned, 4th year doing this with you in the NFL, whatever you think is a given, it's going the other way.
Correct.
I mean, and we've seen it. We saw it, like I brought up earlier, in Buffalo when Miami's kind of linked in and they competed. They get tired of hearing about how they don't have a good team. Same thing this week. This is a team that has a great scheme with Kyle Shanahan and a quarterback more than capable of running it. Right now they're executing and playing good football.
It's a 16-minute beatdown. And the pass.
Touchdown, yes! Christian McCaffrey. McCarthy.
Christian McCaffrey has been everywhere tonight as we expected. Line him up here as a slot receiver. Look at this move and route. Takes so much pride in his route running. And again, a perfectly thrown football matched up man-to-man against a linebacker. They'll take that all day. Cannot say enough about the preparation on a short week with this team with a lot of backups, but one thing you knew, number 10 would be looking for 23, handing it off and throwing it to him. He already has 68 total yards and a touchdown, and we're just about a minute 15 into the second quarter. And Yarrow.
I don't want to start it, but I have to.
The one thing I said to me when they broke the huddle, I said the best compliment after throwing a ton of his games is he sees it and he's able to process quickly. And you mix that with a Kyle Shanahan scheme, this quarterback friendly allows you to play fast. That's what we've seen so far.
Quick drop by Stafford. That's Nakua. Lenore makes the tackle. Robert Sutton, the defense has not allowed a single point in the first quarter through their first 5 games.
Yeah, one thing he wants to see is this team even turn it up that much more. Maybe at times thinking a little bit too much. They haven't created an interception going all the way back to November of last year. And when you play fast, the ball's going to start falling your way. And he's confident eventually it will. But as long as 54 is healthy and they're doing that defense, you feel good about their chances.
Warner's been their leading tackler early years. Stafford throws, and that's another throw to the inside. It's incomplete there. Intended for Kyron Williams. He's tipped. He's third down and 5.
Yeah, good job right at the line of scrimmage, getting the ball, or getting the hand up on that football. Just came off the edge to Stafford's right, just trying to check it down. See the tip right there. Otherwise, that's a first down. Now they got a third down.
4 and 5. Pushing across the right, and that's a bit of a silent back. Sooner than later. He's done that in the past. But here's Nakua, who gets 3. And Cooper takes it out to the 50-yard line. Siegel makes the tackle there.
We saw Tutu Atwell moving around. San Francisco, they end up man coverage, except on the outside with Tua. Tutu Atwell moves around. And Nakua to his left. See, the corner doesn't go inside with him. Nobody picks up. The one guy you want to make sure on third down, not only have 1, maybe 2, is number 12. That's where he does most of his damage, is on third down and down the red area.
Back to the ground. Into 39 territory to the 48-yard line. Who has already caught 45 passes in 4 games plus a quarter?
Just so productive. What I found interesting in talking to the coaches and preparing is how much Davante Adams' presence in the first 4 games has drawn the top corner. L'Jarius Sneed, DJ Stingley, they all followed Davante Adams, so it's been great to have people have a chance to make plays. It's opened it up for them.
Adams coming over from Vegas, a long time in Green Bay, then with the Jets. Keep it on the ground here. Williams cuts to the outside. And gets hog-tied after a gain of about 6 up in Stoutenburg out of Western Kentucky. Makes the stop. Third down and 2 for the Rams.
Real good job of seeing that to at least get some positive yards. The Rams, they rely on that run game. They like to get downhill. The 49ers did a good job of clogging it up, but Kyron Williams bounced that to the outside. Those receivers, if you want to watch a clinic tape on how they play receivers, not just about these guys catching balls and scoring touchdowns. They take a lot of pride in their physicality as a group out wide.
Yeah, they embrace it. They love the ball. Well, the reason they're here. Third down and 2. Inside handoff, and the Niners are there. That's Fred Warner.
You did not get the first down.
For an injury-wrecked defense, Warner is the one guy who is there he's only missed 1 game in his 9th season.
Incredible. Not just the durability, but just to me, he sets the bar for that inside linebacker spot on being a great leader and also his ability physically. The guy's played the game, like you said, now in his 8th year out of BYU. Whether it's defending the run or obviously the pass, he does it all. It's a good fourth down here.
4th and 1 from the 31. Try on the ground again and get it this time is Kyron Williams. Tough sledding, but he picks up the first down on the 7th carry for 26 yards.
Sean McVay, if they want to pride themselves on being a physical offense and a physical offensive line, and you get to that 4th and short, you got to hand it off deep in the backfield and rely on a hard runner like Kyron Williams to get behind those offensive linemen and get just enough against Fred Warner and company.
Now Blake Corum comes in. 2nd year out of Michigan, 3rd round draft choice to spell Williams in the backfield. Corum. His first carry is a good one. So the Wolverine picks up 13 in the first down. The Rams now 4 first downs to the 49ers 12.
Now watch this move by Blake Corum. Maybe gets overlooked by a lot of people. Penetration and push here. Blake Corum, as soon as he gets the ball, just that subtle little move, that little side cut, now you're able to accelerate upfield. This is what he's been bringing to this offense. So Kyron Williams had way too many touches the last couple of years. Now they bring in Blake Corum, and he can do things like that.
Over 300 last year, 3rd in the league. There's a
football, he got it! Yes! The defense got it!
Frustration on the face of Sean McVay as the Niners run down to celebrate in front of the nearest camera.
Okerano got into the backfield, and I think that may have affected the eyes of Blake Corum. There was penetration right to the play side. You see his eyes look up because of 91 and rolls on the ground, and the Niners get it. Penetration by 91 there. Okerano, and like I said, I think he got in so quickly, Corum's eyes just instinctively went up to see what that flash of white was, that white jersey, and that's when the ball ends up on the ground.
49ers on the 27th play. Play action, pass, and
First down, yes!
45-yard line, and Chris Moore. Another first down. It's 13 first downs already for the 49ers.
And once again, Kobe Turner is able to get in there. He gets in near the legs of Mac Jones, but he is locked in a zone right now. That ball is in a tight window, thrown on a line. He's looking like he did in Alabama. This is what he did every single week at Alabama when he's throwing to Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, and you name it. He had him, and they had one of the best offenses we've seen in the last 20 or 30 years, and he was the trigger man.
McCaffrey. To the 49, he goes Tyler Davis. Makes the stuff. For what it's worth, you know that Brock Purdy signed a $265 million deal, so it's over 50 years. I think he's taking only 41 this year. Mac Jones, according to what we know at this point,
2 years, $7 million deal.
right.
Yeah.
3.5.
Well, Brock Purdy, remember we do his games, and he's talking about living with an offensive lineman as a roommate, and there's John Lynch. Got you happy. The value of having that next guy quarterback that can allow you to keep playing your system.
Invaluable. To the 48-yard line, goes to McCaffrey here. That's the 3rd down. McCaffrey's now carrying the ball 10 times to 29 yards.
They've had 3rd and 1, 2 3rd and 1s. They've had a 3rd and 6, and now they hit a 3rd and 9 that led to eventually the McCaffrey touchdown. And now here they are again at a 3rd and 5, staying manageable against this defensive line that leads the NFL in sacks.
They 2 for 4 on 3rd down, but they 2 for 2 on 4th down. And they're probably in that position right now. 2 plays to get 5. Jones fires, and that's dropped. Had the first down, but Kendrick Bourne has had a good night so far. Drops that one there. 4th down and 5. See what they do here.
Yeah, they had a couple drops last week. That's the one thing that is obviously frustrating. That ball is thrown right where it needs to be. And look at the distance. I mean, he catches that. he's going to fight to be able to get that next yard for a first down. He's just got another Mac Jones coming up to him. It's fun. Everybody's been talking about him and his drops. And Mac Jones pats him on the back, says, let's go get him. Get the next
Yep,
one.
Kyle Shanahan still the head coach for the 49ers.
Came up with the Saints. Xavier Smith is back, rolls forward, and makes the fair catch at the 16. With 7 or more receptions, longest current streak in the National Football League. Loves to block, made some fantastic plays. You know, they drafted a guy named Puka. You figure, okay, this is a 5'8" scat back.
Yeah.
No, he's built.
6'2", 215 pounds, and blocks like a tight end. Competitive spirit, I think, permeates itself throughout the entire offense, if not the entire team.
And a really great kid from the 15-yard line.
Full studs.
Full start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty.
Let's go to Haley.
Well, guys, Puka told me he isn't thinking about those impressive stats. He's more so focused on the plays he could have made but didn't. I bet he'll be thinking about the way that last drive ended. He said he feels like he is in a good state and knows he can be better. But hey, no matter what Puka thinks, the city of Los Angeles is taking notice. Puka said he'll be at the grocery store, see folks do a double take as they recognize him. As he puts it, it's fun. It must mean I'm doing something right.
Every city's going to start taking notice. First and 15, with a shoulder shake, and the pass is incomplete, looking for a flag. And he's run with another green covering and bigger coverage on Devontae Adams.
And what's amazing about Nakua is a fifth rounder. You know, and you wonder, how did Les Snead, the GM, and Sean McVay find this guy in the fifth round? Don't mistake it. He was a 5-star coming out of high school and went to Washington. Ended up transferring to BYU.
Pass here, pulled in at the 22-yard line. That's Devontae Adams grabbing it there, a little shy of the first time. Well, Puka has known Fred Warner all the years because Puka's older brother played with Warner at BYU.
Yeah. And he had some injuries in college. He didn't run a great 40. I think he ran a 4.6. And you know how that goes. You're going to plumb him. And so the Rams catch a break by getting this guy in the fifth round and really become the go-to target for Matthew Stafford the last couple of years.
3rd and 4. Stafford checks it down. It's the Nakua. Flag is dropped.
Flag is down.
The stout rookie covering on the play.
Flag came right in there in coverage. Which probably means defensive holding.
Uh-oh.
Devontae Adams.
Holding. Defense number 2.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty.
Lenore was up on Devontae Adams, who was not the intended target, but it was pretty tight coverage right there. That's good against good, by the way. That's a matchup you want to see. And this is the grab right there. You can see he almost lost his balance. It was so physical.
I mentioned before, Adams has drawn the number 1 corner a lot, which certainly helps the Nakua. From the 26-yard line. Great action. For a time, deep downfield, too deep, incomplete. That's Nakua. And that's how Puka's covered well. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
It's hard to get behind the Niners because of the coverage that they're going to play tonight. And when you get your chance, you got to hit it. You know, that's what Matthew Stafford told us and Sean McVay. A little out and up. Pretty good job there. The ball would have had to be perfectly thrown. Green did a good job of giving him the cushion, sitting back in his zone, and then locating the football. That ball would have had to be perfect to give it any chance at all. It's a little bit out of sync right now. It's like they're trying to find it.
On the 26-yard line, over the middle, Williams. He gets forward to the 32-yard line. 5 minutes to halftime. 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Mac Jones, big first half. 47 yards. yards. Stafford, 5 out of 9 for 41 yards at this point.
Like I said, on third down, you better keep your eye at the top of the screen on Puka Nacua.
3rd and 4. 5 receivers. Stafford goes that way. He turns around, makes the grab. Was Terrence Ferguson. Tight end.
He's 6'5", 252 out of Oregon, and a rookie. What a brilliant college career, and what an opportunity. Rookie against Siegel. Put the ball up in the air where the 6'5" target can go up, locate the ball, adjust back, and then use those strong hands to bring it down. Sean McVay, as we were talking to him on our Zoom, and he's bringing up different names, he did talk about look out for Terrence Ferguson. Even though with hit be down, he's going to get some chances, and there it was on a big third down.
Big first catch of his career. Stafford fires, open, making the grab at the 25-yard line is Jordan Whittingham. So 2 big plays to Ferguson and to Whittingham.
Kind of gets lost, inserts himself right here, and see what the secondary does. This is not one of the top targets of Matthew Stafford, so does a good job. You can see that the defensive back 20 is way up tight. That's the rookie Stout, the nickel. A nice soft spot behind Stout. He's able to lay that in there too.
7th play of the drive. They've done 60 yards on this drive so far. From the 25-yard line. Well, the pass and then the catch. Whittingham again. And Sherwood forward progress. That's close to the first down. Something that started very close to the line. Take a peek. Lenore with the coverage. And it is a first down.
And all this movement by the Rams can really affect, like we said, the communication, especially the new scheme. Watch 20, it's a rookie. Watch his eyes, get in the backfield. He's seeing the play action. He starts to come up and run somewhere. He forgets his responsibility. So a lot of that window dressing or eye candy that Sean McVay loves, he doesn't just do that, to look pretty. It's reasoning behind it.
7 plays on this drive, all passes, 8 for 8, open and dancing and crashing into the end zone was Kyron Williams for a touchdown. So the Rams, after a fumble, ended the last drive, come right back with 4 minutes to go. 85 yards, 8 plays.
And they're going to bring a blitz here and bring a blitz here. And Matthew Stafford's just baiting them, waiting for him to come in. Nobody left after that blitz to pick up Kyron Williams, leaking out of the backfield. See the safety, see D. Winters, a linebacker who probably would have had Kyron Williams if he wasn't blitzing, but nobody there. They're hoping to catch Matthew Stafford off guard, which is a tough thing to do against a 17-year vet.
Joshua Carty, extra point is good. 2:09 left in the half. 14-7 San Francisco, and we're back at 30 seconds.
Time to shine.
Flawless, ooh, brand new whip look flawless. I know shit look gorgeous. Whole gang look like torches. Oh my goodness. And I come back.
You're on 5. You got a little.
And I come through real saucy. Just got paid out flossing. I'm a boss and I hang my bosses.
So the Rams, who had done next to nothing until that last drive, Stafford pays it off. So Stafford's now thrown for 109 yards. Each team has, 3 timeouts for the Rams. The 49ers have 2. They used one earlier. A little celebration on the sideline.
Yeah, he brings a ton of energy. How about Whittington doing his job there, getting involved in the pass game on that drive as well.
Ferguson, meanwhile, here is Sky Moore bringing it back out to the 33.
Well, let's take a look at our next gen stats. Powered by AWS. Mac Jones came in. Short week to get ready. You knew that a lot of these throws would not be thrown downfield very much. although he's passing, it's only 5.6. It's near the bottom of the entire league, but it's really irrelevant. Tonight they're executing. He's giving accurate throws on these underneath throws and giving these guys a chance to do some damage after they catch the ball, especially 23.
Jones throws and a tip that's incomplete.
And we reached the 2-minute warning.
The ball is at the 33-yard line. McCaffrey's the back. To fake it to him. Jones, great protection, fires.
Pass is caught, and it's a first down.
It's Kendrick Bourne.
Great job of moving that launch point. You're looking at one of the best pass rushing fronts in the NFL. And if you get in this obvious passing mode, this 2-minute offense, they're just going to tee off on you. That time, a little boot, get him away from that pressure. He had all kinds of time. And then how about Bourne getting a chance to avenge that drop that he had, comes up with a great catch, and then fights for those extra yards for the first down.
And how about minus their top two receivers? And Jones has already completed 13 for 170. That line is doing a great job. That pass is it caught is the question. If it is,
This is rule incomplete.
It doesn't matter. Landman snapped Jim Thomas as he hauled it in.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Rams just got to start taking away these underneath throws and force him to get the ball downfield, put the helmet right on the football, so he's able to dislodge that.
And that's Landman there who made that last play.
Leave it at the game clock for 1:16.
With 1:13.
First touchdown out, Los Angeles.
So the former Falcon has been such a valuable piece. Needs the attention here. We'll be back.
The 3 for me, only at
Ticket injury timeouts.
Wrong. It was us.
There's a man who likes to be behind the scenes. Stan Kroenke, he's lifted 2 Lombardis, Rams in 99 and 4 years ago. The Colorado Avalanche, he lifted the Stanley Cup. The Nuggets, he lifted the Larry O'Brien Trophy. He owns Arsenal, right, in the English Premier League. They've been pretty good. He's got a winery that wins all kinds of awards.
The guy's a winner.
Right, you want to be on his Christmas list of Screaming Eagle, trust me. Watching his club, and there's the Colorado Avalanche, the hockey season beginning next week. This brought the Avalanche over the 2022 Stanley Cup.
That's Burns, the big guy.
Second down and 10 right now from the 45-yard line. 2 timeouts for the 49ers. Troy Reeder replaces Landman in that Rams lineup. Play clock at 30.
Illegal formation there.
Flag is down.
The backups in, and whether that's the tight end or whether that's Bourne, you could see that there was some confusion on the right side of there with their motioning and shifting. That's what drives Kyle Shanahan crazy.
Illegal formation, offense number 84. Penalty decline, multiple play, third down.
But because Verse was able to get into that backfield and come up with a loss, they're able to decline that. Niners are thinking about trying to get to about the 40-yard line. Anymore with this, more and more seeing these long field goals, this live ball era with kicker balls being used, kind of a rounder shape, bigger sweet spot. It's much easier to get in the field goal range if you're only half or into the game.
Third down and 10. Sack the receivers on the left.
Kyle Shanahan wants a timeout. More confusion. He's going crazy.
Yeah.
That time it was Sky Moore, and it was a little bit unsure.
30-second timeout.
The other timeout is called by 49ers.
Haven't called Jared Verse's name today.
No, we haven't. And here he is against Trent Williams. It's going to be a big battle, we knew. And I think it's gone a little bit back and forth. Trent Williams getting healthier and looking better and better, more like himself. That's good for 8. He's able to get inside, get to the outside. But 171 locks you up. It's pretty hard to be able to work your way out of that. At the previous play, against that run, he was able to get in and make a nice play. These receivers, they've got to be able to know it's tough on a short week, but as much movement and shifting and things that this offense does, they got to be on point.
3rd down and 10. Trying to get to the Ram 44 and beyond. And that's where they do go.
It's a first down, yes.
He's going to get the one timeout. He's going to try to hold on to it just under a minute. Good job of leaking him out. The Rams had sunk again in coverage. I'm surprised they're not trying to take away those underneath throws in the middle. They can throw downfield.
To the outside he goes. That's caught inside the 40-yard line. Whistled down to the 35-yard line as Demarcus Robinson, Cody Durant, makes the stop.
Heck of a job here in these last 2 throws of giving him time and getting the Rams lead the NFL in sacks, and he's in time to be able to survey the defense.
And 2nd and 2, that pass is incomplete. Technical Valdez Scantling. So now you got a 3rd and 2 with 26 seconds.
Converted that 3rd and 10. They're already, I feel like, in field goal range based on its long being at 56. And the best thing that you can say is not only are they moving into field goal range, but not leaving Matthew Stafford any time at all to be able to work to try to get his kicker potentially in the field goal range.
It's a first down, yes.
To go to the line, does Jones to save that timeout. First down, and he does by
Good
spiking
move
it
the
here.
field
2nd
goal.
and 13 seconds, and still holding on to that timeout.
Man, it's fun to watch 23, but he's able to kind of get a little bit of room to work. This offensive line and Christian McCaffrey, the first 4 weeks, just 88 yards a game rushing, just not like the Niners. And tonight we've seen on a few different opportunities where he's had good double teams up to the linebackers. And, he doesn't need a lot of room. He's able to set up blocks and squeeze through there.
2nd and 10. Going to pick up another yard. We're looking at a 45-yard field goal. Jones fires over the run. That's incomplete into traffic. Byron Young that time put the heat on Jones. And a few times thought they've been able to get in there.
And by doing that, it forced him to get that ball out maybe into a tighter window than he'd like, especially with where the ball is and the amount of time that they have on the clock. Still holding on to that one timeout in case there is a worst-case scenario here. You almost wonder if they just don't run the ball, maybe get a few more yards, keep it in the middle of the field.
That timeout holding on to it big. They have the whole field to work with right now. 3rd down and 10.
And the Rams have a timeout.
9 seconds. Next week, across the country,
And
we
no
go
timeouts called by
to MetLife Stadium. The
Rams.
Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants.
Thursday Night Football, Eagles sides. How about the Eagles win next week, Thursday? Eagles all the way.
Take on New Orleans this week. The Eagles are undefeated. That's Thursday Night Football, Philly and the Giants. Next week.
These divisional matchups on Thursday night, it brings even more juice into these stadiums and the importance of those games. It'll be a good one in New York next week.
Nick Landman is back for the Rams. There's Nakua looking on. Landman is back. 3rd down and 10 now. The key thing is 3rd down with a timeout at their disposal. You're right. They're just going to ball run it. And they'll take the timeout. You better get that quickly, and he does. That's McCaffrey. Takes him inside the 20, so in comes Pinheiro.
And 49ers will take us to the last timeout.
Not what we expected in the first half, huh?
Well, Christian McCaffrey, 18 touches in the first half alone. I think the story's been the way their defense has been able to get after Matthew Stafford when he's been out there. But really, I think it's Mac Jones. Mac Jones has come in. He's almost been able to kind of settle things down. He's been very decisive, to credit to him and to Kyle Shanahan with the plan that they put together. But it's only a half. If they're able to hit this, the Rams do get the ball to start the second half. But that could not have gone any better for Jones, and there's Trent Williams right there with him.
Yeah, looking very much like a first-round draft pick, which he was by New England in 21. 37-yard attempt. Morstead to put it down. Pinheiro to put it up.
And he made the field goal. Yes.
Good. And first down. Halftime. 17-7. Let's go to Kaylee.
Describe Mac Jones' play.
The catch here, Stout with the tackle, gain of 4. Off the 37-yard. Yards per game. There's the quarterback comparison. Jones looking really sharp. And Stafford had that good drive. Stafford's going to get the ball to start the third quarter. I'm like, it's Kirkland Street, Haley Hartung, week 5 of the NFL season. And Pinheiro to kick off. We got Jordan Whittington, Xavier Smith, back for Los Angeles. Returnal, fielded at the 10 by Smith. Smith, little gap there, and explosive out to the 37-yard line. Moments ago, Kaylee with Sean McVay.
Sean, you warned us that adversity would inevitably hit in this game. How do you want your team to respond?
Yeah, I want us to respond like we're capable of. Steady, one play at a time, Kaylee. They've done a good job offensively moving the football. On the offensive side of the ball for us, we've had 3 drives, had the penalty on the first, or the sack on the first drive that hurt us. And then really, we're getting 2 scoring drives. We just turn it over on a first down in the second drive. Hey, let's go get some points. Got to play it all 4 quarters. That's what we're looking forward to doing.
What has San Francisco's offense done to make it so hard for your defense to get off the field?
They've been efficient. They ran the football well. Backs doing a good job of taking underneath checkdowns, and they're staying ahead of the sticks. Give them credit. Got to tighten up here.
Yeah, as usual, very good summation there as Nakua makes the catch here. Stout with the tackle, gain of 4.
Stout's checking out of the game. He's played a pivotal role tonight and really all year as a rookie in that slot spot. The nickel corner asked him to do a lot of different things. He's held up well.
Steps up from the pressure, and along the sideline, the catch is made there by Davis Allen. Their tight ends with Digby out tonight. Morrison, Parkinson, Davis Allen, Ferguson as well. First down.
Yeah, when you have Digby down, and the most reliable receiver, a little out and up, but for the tight ends is Davis Allen. Looked like a fingertip, maybe touched that by Winters, but also Stafford gets hit hard as he released that ball.
On the ground. A yard or 2 for
Flag is down.
Williams, the number 1 pick out of Georgia, makes a stop, and we've got a flag on the field. Vinovich to report in.
There are 2 penalties on play. 1 by each team. Holding. Defense number 92. Holding. Offense number 5.
These penalties off sucks.
Replay first down.
I want to clean up a little mess here. I think I called him Jordan Whittingham, who scored a couple of passes. Thought it's Whittington, so I'm going to the penalty box. 2 minutes to screw it up.
Yep. 2 minutes. I think I'm mad too. So I'm sitting next to you.
All right, so it's 5-on-3 against us. Look out. To the 34-yard line goes Kyron Williams, who's now carried the all-time guy for 30 yards. 2nd and 6. And the winner of this game will be, for the moment, in first place in the NFC West at 4-1. Loser goes to 3-2. Of course, the Seahawks play at Tampa Bay this weekend at home.
It'll be a great game.
They could go to 4-1 as well.
Got to get those 12s going. They're unbeatable on the road, but they got to break it up at home.
Against the Green. 2nd and 6. Nakua in motion. And this time the pass out here. And you said, speaking of our man Whittington, drops that one there. 3rd down.
And all that movement really, again, affecting San Francisco. And they're just trying to create leverage for the receivers off the play action look. And Whittington had it. That ball was a little bit tougher than Stafford would like.
So he's caught two when we call him Whittingham, and the drop one is Whittington.
There you go, that's
Third down and 6. Under pressure. Gets it away, but it's dropped. Another drop here.
He did not get the first down. Yes.
They're showing pressure, and then they dropped out of it. And Fred Warner, who's great in coverage, is just slow in getting out there, so he's all alone. This one he puts right on the money, and I think that's just a case of Kyron Williams starting to think maybe a little bit about where he's going and trying to get up down that right sideline. He would have huge way past the first down yards. He would have another 10 or 15 yards beyond.
Here's a 53-yard attempt for Joshua Carty. 53 is within range these days of like every kicker in the league. Ethan Evans to put it down. The kick is
It's no good. Yes. No good.
the drive stalls. Field goal attempt is no good, and the 49ers will take over. Their number 1 or 2 wide receiver. Ayuk's on the pup list. Jennings would be the 1 or 2 guy. Archer's just stepping apart. Kittle and Bosa are all pros, but they'll get Kittle back, they hope, in their next game, which is in 10 days. Bosa's gone for the year.
And 17-7.5 against the LA Rams on the road on a short week.
Mac Jones, second down and 8. Juszczyk is the motion man. Jones throws, nobody home there, out of bounds. Third and 8, let's go to Keely.
Well, I've got another name to add to that long list of San Francisco injuries. Their starting left defensive tackle, Kalia Davis, there he is on the bench. He injured his left hand. He will not return to this game. And guys, of all things, on his 27th birthday today.
Yeah, Kalia Davis. With your guy out of Central Florida, so we'll probably see a little bit more of Alfred Collins down the stretch. Third down, 8. Extra man comes. Pass is incomplete.
Pass interference. Yes.
Darius Williams interfering with Tomlinson on the sideline. They make the first down.
The Rams brought the heat. They brought 6. They knew the ball would be coming out quick because they had one more than the Niners had to block. But this route's not even, because the ball has to come out with the blitz. That ball is short for the first down. And the last thing Darius Williams can do is to interfere. He's 3 or 4 yards short of the first down marker right there.
They would have likely set up a punt instead. It's a first down. A yard into the Rams' side of the 50. Jones, deep drop. Throw on the side.
And it's a first down. Yes.
Patrick Ford does it again. He's had a big night. And meanwhile, you got Jones is now limping to the huddle.
Well, Cooney, the right guard, comes out to handle Verse. Verse gets around him and actually hits him as he throws the ball. Look at that throw over top of the safety curl. Just a high-low concept, and that is a lot of force hitting him on that right side.
Keep an eye on. There he is. You see, limped all the way down to the 30-yard line. Here he is here. The backup quarterback is Adrian Martinez. Purdy's back in the Bay Area watching this one. Gain of 2. Here's the limp all the way to the line of scrimmage. That's the last thing he scored right out.
And he's been dealing with a knee injury. You see that brace there, and there's the limp trying to get back, get ready. And even on that just simple toss sweep, he can barely turn to flip the ball.
It's second down and 8. And he was on the injury report, not going into this game, but into the previous game. Ryan Robinson is the back. He takes it. And he picks up about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Let's go to Kaylee.
Yeah, so guys, it was 2 games ago that Mac Jones re-aggravated a sprained ligament in his left knee. He first injured at PCL when he was in camp. He told us it doesn't affect him when he throws. He felt strong coming into tonight. He said it's more about pain tolerance, but when you see him limping like that with the brace on, it makes you look twice.
Yeah, you can see it right there, the brace on the left knee as it comes to the line here. 3rd down and 3. 5 minutes into the second half, 49ers up by 10.
Maybe short underneath throws over the middle.
Jones fires.
That's another first down. Yes.
It's Jones again that time as he released it 1st down.
Valdez goes first, and then Bourne comes in behind him. And that's what created. We just said look out for that short throw underneath. And there's a hit again. It's not just a hit, it's how he lands when you're dealing with an injury like that to your leg.
Look out for Burse. McCaffrey is the back. 49ers have now run 20 more plays. This is number 48 on the Rams. To the 9 he goes. Byron Young, the defensive player of the month, makes the stop here. 2nd and 6.
Just because I've been around Mac Jones a long time, going back to his days in Alabama. He is a tough dude. Comes across like, people don't know who Eddie Haskell is, but he comes across like, oh shucks, just out here trying my best. But like a lot of guys, they get between the lines, it's a switch kind of flips on. They'll have to drag him off his field before he's going to come out with a knee injury.
I know who's Haskell is. That's a great comparison. 2nd and 6. That's caught just about the 1st down marker. Bourne to Kendrick Bourne. Played at Eastern Washington. Had 8 catches last week with a couple of drops. And right now, Bourne has caught 6 on 7 targets.
How's he getting this ball out? I mean, look, he can't even follow through. Brayton Fisk was in the backfield. He just blew up the guard, and somehow he goes over top of that pressure, not able to follow through, and still has enough on the ball to get it out there to Bourne, who's doing a great job of bouncing back from that drop earlier in the game.
1st and goal. The 49ers seeking their first rushing touchdown of the season. Does it come here?
What?
Close. For Mo Cigar. Inside the 1. 2nd and goal.
Spades met him just before the goal line. Pretty remarkable there in the 5th game. This offense with Kyle Shanahan, despite all the injuries, always think about their ability to run the ball down in this area. But hey, man, however many you score, you score. McCaffrey is so dangerous getting a linebacker on him one-on-one, but they'll probably try to pound it again.
Well, they come with 3 tights and a fullback. 2nd and goal. They give it to the fullback. They give it to Juszczyk, and that doesn't fool anybody. Fisk is there among others. Kobe Turner as well. 3rd and goal.
Trying to fool by getting it to Juszczyk there instead of getting the ball maybe to McCaffrey to bounce it. Easy to sit up here and wonder. I think they're confident their mind to get the push, but again, you're going into the strength of that Rams D line. Now you get into an obvious passing situation. Now you're going to find the matchup. Who can win down in this area? One of the tight ends, possibly Christian McCaffrey in the backfield.
Huge play for both teams here. 49ers trying to turn it into a 3-possession lead. 3rd and goal. The timeout is taken.
The timeout's called by the 49ers.
49ers offensive line, like usually is the case, you get caught up in the quarterback and still it's the guys that are doing the real work, which is the offensive line. They have played well. This is rookie Connor Colby, who's trying to hold up with Ben Barnes down with an injury, working that double team to give Chris McCaffrey just enough space to be able to get to that 2nd and 3rd level. And they're getting enough out of that run game that's taking some of the heat off of the pass protection off of Mac Jones. Again, this Rams defensive front, they can get after it with the best of them. If you're going to throw it, you got to move to launch point, or the ball is going to come out fast against his pass rush.
3rd and goal. Looking left, then as he throws and incomplete. Pressure put on that time. Byron Young, look out. And now Jones.
Uh-oh, that does not look good to put it back.
Yeah, after he got hit, he's been doing everything he can to hold up. It was just a matter of time until he took a big hit where he wouldn't be able to protect himself as he was going down. And like I said, the ball was either you got to move the launch point
Good,
for the
take a
ball back.
timeout.
It looked for all the world as if Matt Jones was going to be done for the night. And then during the commercial, he got up, trotted to the side, and there he is. There's Martinez next to him. Now the 49ers will try to make it 20-7.
Made the field goal, yes.
Let's go back and look at the hit where Byron Young is finally able to penetrate this front, gets around again, the right tackle, Colton McKivitz. And I mean, he's so quick off the edge, but he follows through, tries to put his hands up, but still a lot of the weight comes down. You can see right away him grabbing that left leg. We thought, we went to break, we thought, oh boy, you start to look at Adrian Martinez digging up some of his info just to make sure we're kind of dialed in on him, and then out of nowhere, we thought, more likely he's done. This guy, this dude, he's jogging off the field.
Straight from Lurch.
And if we keep it going, I love the reaction. Look at the reaction from his teammates. Look at all these guys.
Yeah.
Fred Warner out there. There's Adrian Martinez saying, my man.
Thank God.
Well, then,
not that he doesn't want to get into the game, but it
But
just
just-
we were thinking, we were talking during the break as well. If Jones hadn't been hurt, did they try to score a touchdown at that point? Right, 2-yard line.
Yep. I mean, they've had 3 different times where the Rams had a fumble, they had a missed field goal, the PI on 3rd and 8. Easily could have come away with more points, but the Rams defense held them to 3 field goals and didn't allow a touchdown.
From the 6-yard line, Xavier Smith out to the 32. To Kaylee.
Hotel Costiero, where the crimes are as stunning as the views. It's a new action-packed series starring Jesse Williams as a fixer on the beautiful Amalfi Coast. Hotel Costiero. Watch now only on Prime Video, guys. I can't believe he left the Amalfi Coast to come here.
Well,
Welcome to SoFi, Jesse Williams.
I was going to say, it says here, Kaylee, but thank you.
Yeah, it was Stafford.
Oh, totally. You know, here's Stafford. Still has time. Finally runs out of time, and the pass is incomplete. Four of his closest. Stewart checking down the time.
Robert Saleh has this defense playing really, really well tonight. Without Nick Bosa, you lose your rusher. They're coming off a game last week against Jacksonville. They didn't have 1 sack. They didn't have 1 quarterback hit the entire game. And, you know, that right now what's working is the back end against these receivers are playing really well. Nowhere for Stafford to go for the football there.
Second and 10. Deep downfield, reaching up for it and holding it in his 2-2 well. Covered by the rookie Siegel. So that one, the game-winning catch last week, huge one here.
You got some youth in the back end of this secondary, and one thing you worry about with youth is sometimes where their eyes might be. It's like Jason Pinnock, who's come over from the Giants. He comes up tight, and you can see Stafford sees it all away and puts it right over the top of 25 in front of the rookie Siegel.
Meanwhile, of course, Matos is the injured 49er. There he is.
We'll take another injury timeout. Oh, there's no commercial break. Okay.
Built on this offensive line. Coleman.
Play resumes.
With Nick Bosa down, you know, they're looking for anybody who can help out. And it just looked like right towards the end of that play, just kind of, he lost some strength or something may have given in, and he just had to pull out.
The Rams now at the 35. Stafford fires over the middle, snatched to the 20. Puka Nacua. So Puka held with 24 yards in the first half. This one here is good for 16.
And they finally are able to get him where he's got some room to work, and it has a lot to do with Matthew Stafford, who can manipulate a defense with the best of them, looking left, knows exactly where he's coming. He moves Fred Warner, who's the best in coverage maybe in the business, but he moved him to his left, which opened up a really nice lane to come back to hit it to Nacua.
Bill Jones walks the sideline. Bill Corum is the running back. Took about 5 minutes to go in the third. Stafford dancing away. Throws and it's dropped. It's Corum with the earlier fumble. So you can't handle that one. Second down at 10.
Hit coverage downfield. All he could do is check it down, but by the time he decides to make that decision, he's on the run. He's moving around okay. Like I said, I think in his mind, he's thinking he's going to keep. Look at Price. I mean, it's a lot of metal there on that left knee.
Getting through TSA won't be easy for him. Not that it has to be. Kyron Williams back in at running back. Pass here. Nacua is blocking. Takes it inside the 10. Sets up a first down goal. And sooner or later, you can't hold him check all night.
He is so dangerous after the catch. And again, physical at 6'2", 216 pounds. But great job of timing this up. Get some good blocks downfield. Fred Warner ends up chasing him down, grabbing onto that foot and pulling him down. But he is physical after that catch and had great acceleration for his size.
6 catches tonight, 48 in this young season. What a draw play here. Williams fights his way to the 1-yard line. Kyron Williams.
The 49ers weren't able to get a push down inside the 5-yard line, but Sean McVay has a lot of confidence in what they had built on this offensive line. And Coleman Shelton coming back to L.A. He spent a year with the Bears. He comes back, kind of anchors them up in the middle. See if they decide to keep pushing on this 49ers defensive line and trying to wear them down.
Second and goal. Drive started back at their own 31-yard line. Quick pass into a lot of traffic, and it is caught. Nacua for the touchdown. There was a mass of bodies in there, and somehow he's able to jam it in, and Nacua makes the catch.
You and Chris called the Super Bowl where there was a play like this, but it went the other way. Here he is stacked behind Davante Adams, and because of he's behind, he's able to get that ball. He can hand that off to Kyron Williams, or if he feels there's enough cushion there, he can dump it quickly to Nacua, which he opts to do for the touchdown.
I know what you're talking about, and Richard Sherman said, hey, thanks a lot for bringing that up. Malcolm Butler off Russell Wilson. So Nacua now, quiet first half, big second half. Jones ready to come back in. Joshua Carty for the extra point. So the Rams, who were on the verge of going down by 3 possessions if the Niners had scored on their last drive, are now down by only 6 points with 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Good one on Thursday night.
You watch Davante Adams. Looks like he sounds like he's running around, but truly he's blocking. But because he made it look the way he turned his body like he's running around, the officials let that go and opened up for Nacua for that touchdown.
That means nothing, and here comes Jones.
Total at 56, hits it right there. He's already ramped up. Working the whistle started, full progress was stopped, and then the ball gets ripped out. Yeah, that's a good call.
Close but right.
Well, let's see how Matt Jones does. You know, the last time out there, he got hit by Byron Young, went down and out. We thought he might be done for the game, but here he is back down in the field.
So now,
Something based off of it. He's asking if it's reviewable, which it is not.
yeah, wasn't he can, I guess he can challenge, right, Terry?
The only way it would be reviewable, Al, is if the ball came out instantly on contact, which it didn't do. He was wrapped up, pushed back, not reviewable at that point.
Okay.
Well, Sean was at our seminar this year. If he would have gotten there a little early, he would know that he can't review this. The league went over this.
Ruling the forward target is not reviewable. First down.
That's why, right? Forward progress. He's ready to challenge, but he can't. And so after that brief stoppage, an explanation by Vinovich.
End of the day, the right call was made, and we'll see how Mac Jones holds up here with his left knee. And how the play calling is impacted, if at all.
From the 27-yard line. Horn is the motion man negative. Looks
A full starts.
Let's go to Kaylee again.
Guys, while Mac Jones was on the sideline, he spent most of the time on the bench. He was pushing electrolytes and fluids. An athletic trainer was using a massage gun on his left calf. I didn't see any kind of formal evaluation of that knee. All of that suggests he was cramping.
Right. Didn't go into the tent either.
And it didn't do a whole lot of work on the knee when he came over either.
So it's first and 15 now. After the full start. Play action. Jones slides to his left, throws. Along the far side there, Kendrick Bourne once again.
Sometimes if you have something bothering you, even if it's your knee or whatever it might be, you have a tendency to overcompensate. And by overcompensating, you can create some issues when it comes to cramping. And you know, he ends up cramping a calf. And that's like blowing a tire. I mean, it might sound like, oh, he's cramping here, eat a banana, here's some electrolytes, you're fine. It's not that simple. Especially in the middle of an NFL football game.
It's second down and 9. Over the middle. Haxfold in. That's going to be a first down on the 37-yard line. Luke Farrell making that grab. His first catch of the night.
Continue to be surprised that Chris Shulman's defense is giving up these interior throws, these short throws. They've done it all game. It has a lot to do with Kyle Shanahan and the plan and the different looks they're giving that Rams defense to create those openings.
3rd and 1. 2.5 to go. In the quarter, Jones is going to take it himself. Where will forward progress be ruled? And it's going to be a first down.
You see where he went there. The Rams pinching into the gaps and the A gaps. They had 3 or 4 guys. They had a good job of seeing that. Now he'll work all the way around it. I'm talking all the way around behind the left tackle, Trent Williams. So knows he's going to get blown up there by Spates, but if he shot that up the middle, maybe gets pushed back. Instead, he works around where that opening is for the first down.
How tough is this cat, huh?
I told you, man.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
You got the first down, yes.
And the challenge here, this time, Sean will.
The timeout is called by.
Going to be close.
Timeout called by. Oh no,
Take a peek.
it's a good challenge.
Replay system runner is short of the line of game. 4th down.
No!
So it's an expedited review. They say he is short.
You got a quarterback with a calf and a knee. There's that right knee. That is a good call. Terry, you see the right knee go down there?
It does, and he's going down head first, so he doesn't have to be touched. As soon as the knee hits, the play's over, and so doesn't have to go out short.
So the expedited review doesn't compel a challenge. They're going to line up to go for it. They reset the play clock at 25.
How about this call here? Wow. 136.
4th and inches. Juszczyk moving back and forth. And Juszczyk's going to push him forward. So
Did he get the first down?
Push from the fullback for Jones. Joe says, hey, here's the ball. I got the first time.
Move the sticks. Use check. We didn't see this earlier. They've run the sneak a few times. This time they said we're not going to take any chances. Get 44, who's very strong, pushing, plenty of room there to be able to pick up that first down. But again, you're trying to ask a guy that's got a left leg that's really bothered him, but he does it. Fights for it and hits it.
Big time pull by.
It's a first down, yeah.
These two guys, great buddies. Each in his 9th year at the home of the teams. A minute to go now in the quarter, and a whistle again stops play.
I think it's time out by Kyle Shanahan.
All right, a minute to go.
And the timeout's called by Floyd Kyle Shanahan.
With the first pick, I'm taking the MVP.
McCaffrey, some blocking. Some tough running in there, like the 8 Rams in on that shot. Good leg among them. Second down, second and 5.
And I think when you come in as an underdog with so many of your starters out, I think everybody on the flight down from San Francisco, they understand that, guys, if we're going to do this, it's not just Christian McCaffrey. It's the offensive line. It's the backup receivers. It's the backup tight ends. McCaffrey takes his play off.
A little bit of pain. So Robinson is back in. Fake it to him. Passing the outside. Huge check. Serenaded by the 49er partisans in this crowd, which is about half of the crowd at SoFi. Stopped by Durant. And that's going to probably take us and Will to the end of the third quarter. Good one on Thursday night from Southern California. The 49ers 20 and the Rams 14 on Thursday night football.
$8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 Junior Bacon Cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for...
Played a 14 game, and Rams only 24 here, so that's a pretty steep number there.
I agree
by NGS.
But here's a big play here on 3rd and 1 to try to keep this drive going, and McCaffrey's going to get knocked down and stopped in the backfield by Nate Landman. Big 3rd down turns into a 4th down and a punting situation.
But what a job, not just by Landman, but 55. Brandon Fisk, watch him. Watch him eat up the offensive line with the threes. 53 to be able to make that play. He's really become the leader of this defense, but let's not forget about the job 55 does right there. Eats up the double team penetration and it frees 53 to clean that up on 3rd and short.
Thomas Morrison mentioned before, 17 years as a rookie. He's the guy that kicked the onside successful kick in the Super Bowl, leading to a New Orleans win in 09 for Sean Payton. He was the man. 17th season now. Sends it down to the 6-yard line. Holder in there. And Smith, Xavier Smith, taken down at the 13-yard line.
I think that's 76. That's 76%. Just went down to 60%.
That's been 64 to 36, whatever it is. Rams trying to affect another big comeback. I mean, this is a storied rivalry. Started back in 1950. Of course, the Rams moved to St. Louis for 2 decades, came back here. But they're picking up where they left off.
This is one of those when we saw the schedule release, right away we said, oh, that one's going to be a great one. Not only the 2 coaches and personalities, but these 2 teams I think are put together and built to make a run this year. Even with the injuries to the Niners, obviously we're seeing what this team's all about.
We did have this game a little last year in San Francisco, and it turned out to be 12-6. 6 field goals, no touchdowns. Different story than that. Nakua, look at him fighting. Takes 3 49ers to keep him from getting a first down.
But Devontae Adams tonight, only 1 reception for 11 yards. Puka, of course, is their go-to guy. He set a record, most receptions. That's 50 in a team's first 5 games to start the season. 8 catches tonight.
And Devontae working through a little hamstring issue. That pass is now caught up at the 25-yard line by Davis Allen, the tight end. Makes the grab here for a first down. Stafford has 17 of 25, 208 yards.
Stafford that time, he looked left, covered, comes all the way back to his right, and almost throws it as his body is turned, falling away. It's still an accurate throw.
Good protection. Fires and incomplete. And a lot of action there. That's Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. You got Green covering. 2nd and 10. Back we go to Kaylee on the field.
Well, guys, a second starter from San Francisco's defensive front is lost for the night. Yetur Gross-Matos is out for the game with a hamstring. And I should say, D. Winters, Fred Warner's new partner in the middle of that defense, he was taken to the locker room to look at his shoulder, but he's back out on the field.
Man, I tell you, yeah, Robert Sala, come on, trying to plug every hole. 2nd and 10. Extra pressure. Gets it away. Trying for a first down. Very close to it. Tyron Williams spotting a little bit short.
Niners, because of some of those injuries, most notably to Nick Bosa, not having him in, they've had to dial up some pressure. Again, that time bringing some pressure from the secondary. Stafford sees everything. He's a guy you have to, with 17 years of experience, give him one look pre-snap and go to something else. But what Kyron Williams does when he makes the catch in the middle, he doesn't wait. Catches it, immediately gets north and south. Almost came up with a first down.
17 years you have seen it. 3rd and inches. And it'll be a first down here. Doing the sticks is Kyron Williams. And 12 to play. Marquis Siegel making the stop there.
We bragged about Blake Corum, the 1-2 punch of he and Kyron Williams, but after that fumble, we've not seen a run of 22 in there. It's been really Kyron Williams carrying the load.
First down, pressure again from the secondary. That is picked up, and the pass goes incomplete over the middle. Bill Benoist will tell us.
I think that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Defense number 2.
Let's see if he cracked the face. He hits him in the head.
Oh, you know better.
I didn't see him grab on to anything there.
It looks like he might have the helmet opening. It's hard to tell, it happens so fast. If it's the helmet opening, it should have been a 50-yard penalty.
Lenore clearly grabbing on to Nakua there.
Yep. And Sean sees exactly what you saw. Gibson was the guy that the fumble recovered earlier. The penalty though was on Lenore. That's enough for 5 yards and a first down.
Oh, let's hope it's ruled deep. I hope it's ruled against Los Angeles.
Normally when you have that much time, it's going to be offensive holding.
Oh, good. It's going to be called against the Rams.
He had all that time. There was no offensive penalty.
Wait, what? Hold on. I want to see the call.
From the moment it was scored by Devontae Adams, normally when you have that much time, it's going to be offensive holding.
It's going to be called against the 49ers.
All that time, there was no offensive penalty. The flag here, and that's a gain of 26 to Adams.
Dietrich's holding on, and it was a battle on the left side right here. It happens pretty early, right there. He gets his hands up into the face. Then he kind of tries to make it look like I didn't do anything. In the middle of his rush, he lifts his hands up. And just like that, the Rams are at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
They started at their own 12. And now gain more yardage than the 49ers tonight. Stafford has time. Slings it. Caught by Adams. First and goal. Up and stop. Making the tackle there. Gain of 24 to the 8-yard line.
He's known for his route running, obviously, throughout his career. Watch him at the top of this route. And watch how he gets the separation. That's a rookie that has no chance against Davante Adams. They've not been playing a ton of man-to-man coverage. Stafford in rhythm puts it right on the money to allow Davante Adams to run after the catch. Tough ask out of the rookie there in the Western Kentucky.
First and goal. Stafford broken up in the end zone. Then Kobe Parkinson, the tight end.
Siegel almost comes up with this pick. Does a good job of locating. The ball goes right through his hands, and Parkinson really never had a chance to hold on to that ball. But Siegel, he did his job. He turned, he found the ball, it just goes right through his hands. He's in a great position. You don't want to give this guy another chance.
Siegel looking for his mistake. Meanwhile, here's the pass.
Oh, come on!
So the Rams a point away from taking the lead. Would be their first of the night. And smoke is now coming out of the AWS computers.
That's right. That's right. Boy, when Matthew Stafford gets momentum and he senses an opportunity, he just goes to a different level. He put that football, waited until the back. Williams made his cut. And then put that ball right on the money.
17 years, I mean, his spirals are artistry.
What? Yes, real times!
It's pricey.
No.
Going to the 35.
Rams fans got to be thinking what the heck's going on with the field goal unit. We've had a few this year against the Titans in week 2. This is big in week 3 against the Eagles. But they get one block there, and then here, a chance to win the game at the end. Jordan Davis blocks it and scoops it up. The big fella drops some weight, is able to take it all the way to the house. And then tonight, chance for the extra point. Kickers does the good operation. Snap, hold, kick, looks good. But Jordan Elliott gets that big paw up there to knock it down, so he's still got a tie game. We're all right.
It's been a year of block picks all over the league. Crazy. So the Niners now down for the 20 tie for the first time in the game since we started. Catch is made out here by Tongas. And an earlier touchdown. Tongas picks up a couple of yards back from the 37.
First time all night, the momentum has clearly shifted to the Rams. Niners opened up this game, and they went the length of the field, put a touchdown on the board, and we went to break it out, and I looked at each other like, wow, this is a team that's supposed to have a bunch of injuries, and they look great, right? So they took control of the game early, and now it's going to be interesting without Brock Purdy and George Kittle and everybody. How do they respond?
Second and 8. Nothing happening here from McCaffrey. I think one of the keys to this game, when they were 17-7 and Jones got hurt, they had a 2-yard line, maybe they go for a touchdown, they turned it into a 3-possession game. They kept the 2-possession. In fact, they came.
And there's first usually working out on the edge. Now this time they move him. They'll move him around because there's versatility and there's a matchup problem. That time they move to the inside, he's able to get in there and affect that run. McCaffrey has not caught a pass since going back to his touchdown early in the second quarter.
He's got 5 overall. Over them early. Here come the Rams. Extra pressure. The pass to the sideline. Falling down. Intended there for DeMarcus Robinson, but he fell down. Logan Aaron was covering on the play, and it's a quick 3 and out.
Now Versus lined up like a linebacker. We saw this last week in the game. He's just trying to find the matchup and eventually able to get in there to affect the pass to make him get that ball out a little bit sooner. He tried to put it way up in the air to try to time it because it went out early. So Burson, back-to-back plays, making his presence felt.
First time in the game, Niners have gone 3 and out. Here's Morstead's kick. Coming up to field it at the 29-yard line and get tackled immediately is Xavier Smith. 2020 with 9:11 to go in the fourth. That's so funny. Green covering, second and
time for tonight's Game Changer, presented by Novartis. Game Changer, one of them is Davante Adams. Not necessarily just always catching the ball, but it's taking the defense with him and opening up some of his teammates. And that's how taking the defense downfield. Easy catch for Kyler Williams here, kind of setting a screen or a pick to allow his partner to be able to score that touchdown. And again, taking the defense with him, opens up underneath, and Kyler Williams able to get another touchdown with a quick throw there by Stafford. So Rams have fought their way back. We got a tie game here, Al, and now you wonder if you're the Niners without Nick Bosa and a lot of the others. Who's going to step up if you're going to win this game and make a play?
Put some pressure on Stafford, who's had a lot of time. Does again here, and that pass is incomplete along the sideline. Then it goes back to Adams. Bernardo Green covering, second and 10.
And then it's zone coverage. Ball a little bit late and behind. Really tough for 17 to be able to make a play on it. So trying to work on that corner that just kind of sits there. So it's the right throw, just behind him and a little high. Problem is, if the Niners don't blitz, they're not getting pressure on Stafford. And if you blitz, you play man against these receivers.
They sent 4 here, drop 7, catch made from 35 to the 39 goes to Adams. So he keeps going back to Adams, and right now it'll be third down and 1.
The defense, with them both on the same field, you had Adams and Puka Nacua on that left side. And both of them draw a lot of attention, but Puka Nacua was more to the interior, so he made a quick decision to get the ball to the outside to Adams.
Stafford has seen a lot of Adams through the years, normally on the other side of the field when Detroit's playing Green Bay.
That's right.
Third and 1. Try it through the air. Passes.
Is it intercepted? Nope, it's not intercepted.
Ball on the ground. Almost had it, but now it's 4th and 1, and the Rams will choose to punt.
Sometimes on these choice routes, you wonder, am I working to the inside, am I working to the outside? Here he wants him. It's almost like he maybe expected Davante Adams to continue to move and work to the outside. That's where he threw it, and Adams just kind of flipped and turned.
Ethan Evans at 1 punt tonight, 51 yards. This one for the sideline will bounce and stay in bounds, and the Rams are going to down it at about the 2-yard line. Looked like it was going out, staying in. They backed them up with 8:04, a 59-yard boot by Evans.
Monday.
He's known for what he can do with getting downhill in the run game, but this time, this is where the 49ers in the first half made a living underneath, quick throws, ball out, being decisive. Tuck tried to sneak one to Tungus, and just really tight coverage there by Lattman in the middle.
Second and 10. And that one is caught up at the 11-yard line. It's going to be third down. Kendrick Bourne. It's interesting with Bourne. He was with the 49ers, then he went to the Rams. He had a great year when Jones was a rookie, maybe his best.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best, like you said, the best in his career. Clearly the best of Mac Jones' career. Soft coverage that time by Emmanuel Forbes Jr. gave him an easy throw. When you're backed up, you're thinking, they get a holding call in the end zone, it's 2 points, and at least now they get away from that and sets up this third and short.
Bourne has 8 passes 114 yards. That's a career high for him. 3rd and 1 as they line up with the gun. And Jones surveys under pressure.
And it's a first down. Yes.
Who else? Patrick Ward.
Can't say enough about Ward and Matt Jones. What a call here by Kyle Shanahan. You're thinking they're going to run it, they're going to dink and dunk. Look at the outside pressure. For both edges, he keeps his focus downfield, knowing even though he's playing with that bum left leg, he's got a great forearm that's hurting him. There's first to Kent. As soon as he releases the ball coming through the left tackle, Trent Williams, and he gets that ball out. And Bourne, who's had some trouble with drops the last few weeks, big time catch.
But the Titans have 1 drop and 10 targets, 9 catches. Jones stepping up, throwing, and then he's over here. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, tackled there by Byron Young, 2nd and 6 with 6:20 to go in the fourth.
I know it was good when we talked to Mac Jones this week, and we brought up, you've been through a lot, just your brief 5 years in this league, and we said, hey, you look at Sam Darnold, you look at Baker Mayfield, you think about some of the stuff that they've been through, and people are ready to say they're done. They give them the right system, the right coaches, and they flourish. Mac Jones does keep an eye on those guys. Those guys inspire him, and he's playing well tonight.
They can all inspire each other. 2nd down and 6. Robinson to the side at 4 yards. Bursting in the tackle at 3rd down.
This front four is as good as there is. Jerry Burks gets a lot of attention. And this time, to me, he's in the interior. Watch him eat up that line. But look at him work to the outside. Making a job by Kobe Bryant coming up, too, to set that edge, force that back in. We're forced to make that play.
3rd down, 5. One is the motion man. Jones looks that way.
It's a first down. Yes.
Huge first down. The clock now in a second under 5 minutes. 16-yard gain.
With the motion, you see the guy running with the motion man? He ends up on McCaffrey. Slight hesitation there with that outcut, and Jalen McCullough, he ran, and then the last second to call the adjustment. You got 23, good luck. I'm following the guy to the outside. Good separation. They finally get McCaffrey back involved in the pass game. First hit since the touchdown in the 2nd quarter.
Beautifully designed play with scoring the man in motion. That pass is knocked in the air and sliding down, volleyball down by Quentin Lake.
Heck of a job. They've been rushing for. And this time, Quentin Lake is able to sneak up, does a pretty good job of disguising. See our defensive alerts, not predicting who's blitzing, just the threat of who could come. And here Lake does come. And watch the play after the tip ball. This is what you're taught as a quarterback. Knock that thing down. And he can't jump real high with that calf, but he does get it down. Tennis player.
Beautiful play.
Tennis player.
Overhead smash. 2nd and 10. And that's good. There's Bourne again. And Bourne.
It's a first down. Yes.
Banging off range on the way. This fantastic night continues. 10 catches, 143 yards.
He took a lot of grief after last week. And I feel like the guy that's looking forward to playing in a short week, nobody more than this guy. He is possessed tonight, playing with a chip on his shoulder. I'm sure his teammates are fired up to see him bounce back the way he has. Even with the drop earlier tonight, he just keeps coming back. It's all him on that first down.
Fake give. Pass is to nobody in the flag is thrown.
That was a lot of confusion. The lineman downfield, the legal man downfield, blocking.
Flag is down.
The first time we've seen this offense not quite on the same page.
We have an ineligible man downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield, offense number 68. 5-yard penalty and 3 first down.
All his receivers are off to the once Juszczyk goes into motion, everybody's off to the left. He rolls to the right. And all these linemen working their way downfield.
Bourne comes off the field. He was down. I thought he was just returning his shoe, but it came off slowly. So he is on the sideline right now on the 1st and 15. They bring Malik Turner into the game. Ramson Ford. That pass is too high. Intended there for DeMarcus Robinson. Second down and 15. 3:39 on the clock.
Yeah, again, losing a guy like Kendrick Bourne who's having a career night, don't forget, Brandon Ayuk's not playing, George Kittle's not playing, Ricky Pearsall's not playing, Jordan Watkins not playing, J.J. Juwan Jennings is not playing. The one guy that's been making plays is 84, Kendrick Bourne. And now in a huge play in this game, you got Kendrick Bourne again on the sideline.
I think he just came back into the game.
Back out. Came back out.
Back in, he went in, now he's out, and second down and 15. The pass is caught in the traffic. Taken there by Thomas.
Now he's going to come back out. Hopefully, maybe it's just fatigue. He's been doing so much tonight with the 10 receptions and 142 yards. He and McCaffrey, you got to think, with the game on the line, here's a 41, third down of about 11, 23 or 84.
You don't get it on the yard, you send it to Pinero, you're trying to get the 59-yard. We'll see. Third and 10, 3 minutes. Pass is knocked away, almost picked off by Brazil.
It's almost nearly picked off.
Shanahan, what do you want to do here?
Well, first, let's look at Josiah Stewart. Show blitz. They fool Mac Jones here. They walk him up here and then drop him. And I'll tell you what, if Stewart doesn't make this play, look at the other defender, Cam Pearl. I was going to hit him right in the chest. So Stewart had to make a miraculous play off his hands.
Good goal for the field goal.
Right there for the pick.
Pinero now attempting a 59-yard. Niners got him in week 2. He's 9 for 9 with field goals to this point. Snap good. Hold good.
Made the field goal. Yes. Jalen Hurts is my favorite quarterback. So I want the Eagles with
Double the ball for the moment in New York. New York Giants on Thursday night.
Mac Jones started that drive with his own 2-yard line, facing serious adversity. Ended up 6 to 10 for 61 yards. And 10 to 12 plays were passes that at least gave him a shot at the field goal. They got the 3-point lead for now. See what Matthew Stafford does.
Pinero, 59 yards, is a career long. And they start this with Puka Nacua picking up 11 on the first down. Tackled by Siegel, the rookie.
Now, this is where Stafford thrives. This is where he really loves. He's got an opportunities with the game on the line. 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. Plenty of time here, but I think he plays better with the urgency of having to make a play.
Case in point, last week. Hangs in there, fires, Hitchcock, gets Adams to the outside. He goes, tackled at the 37-yard line by Siegel.
Matthew Stafford works on his right, comes all the way back. It's like he knows exactly where he's going to go. He's just trying to move the defense, comes back, has a huge hole in that zone, puts it right there where Adams can make a nice play for an easy completion in a big game.
Just before the 2-minute warning, Stafford.
And we reached the 2-minute. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field.
Way up to the right, away from the play.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the defense. Illegal contact.
Are you kidding me?
Holding.
First down, tackle just shy of the 10-yard line. Brad Warner chases him down after a gain of 20.
Boy, hits tough. Kyron Williams, such quick vision, such ability to accelerate on the field. And if I'm the Rams, I'm not
They get an interception like this and the game is over.
It's a methodical situation in 128. You're already obviously going to chance the time. Now you're just working clock to not give the Niners much time, and you're looking for that shot into the end zone.
No question. You want 7, not 3. On the ground. Williams. He's going to take it to the 6-yard line of the penalty.
Flag is down.
So it would have been
against the Niners.
Interviews of hands, hands no face.
Oh, you're kidding.
He's going up against the tight end, Davis Allen. That's the rookie, Michael Williams, who's a very talented player. They think he's going to be a star, but bad time to get his hands up in the face mask of the tight end. See if he does. Good position there. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. I don't know.
I'm with you. Okay. First and goal. 67 seconds. Williams. Can he get in? They signal.
Oh, football.
The ball coming out.
Yes, we won the game.
It's about a yard. Now the Rams can take a timeout, which they will. 102. Chris Collins, second round pick.
Timeout called by Rams head coach.
Defense, he was one of them, trying to shore up, especially the front seven.
Now I'm already thinking about the Niners more than likely running conservatively, not picking up the first down. If you're the Rams, you stop them all 3, you call 3 timeouts. You're probably going to get the ball around midfield with Matthew Stafford with 40 seconds to go.
At that time, oh yeah.
I mean, this thing's a long way.
We ain't over. No way. Howard Williams last year, 5 fumbles. Third most among running backs. Stafford just hoping for an opportunity to get back out there. McCaffrey is the back, and he's second down and 9. Rams pressing the front, and McCaffrey will be stopped.
Another timeout called by Rams head coach.
So that was the last timeout. From the 2, it'll be third down and 9.
I mean, could you handpick a quarterback in the league that you want right now to potentially get this football back at Stafford with these receivers? What he did last week, what he's done throughout his entire career. Like I said, they'll get it worst case, maybe throw 40. That's a deep books one. And already within 20 yards having a shot. Cardi's career long is for 58, which means if you get it to the 40, you got a shot.
If it's not blocked. These days. Third down and 8.
Gotta run it here. They can use it last time.
You would think, yeah, just to make sure that they use that last time.
Does he go to Bourne here? Does he try to just get aggressive?
And Bourne is outside right. This motion. And they stuff McCaffrey
Rams head coach will take a final timeout.
53 seconds. The Rams have used their final timeout.
This has played out exactly how we thought. 3 conservative calls, 3 timeouts.
Now Thomas Morstead becomes an important figure because he's going to punt. Crazy game, huh? And a beauty.
The other thing is the Rams, do you set up, do you come after the punter? Do you want to take that risk? Do you sit back and just kind of, let's just see where this is a tough spot for this punter to be at? I think they're going to get the ball, worst case, right around their own 45, right at midfield, if not even better.
Yep. Xavier Smith is back. He sets up in the moment at the 50. Morstead up against the back line. To get it quickly out of the end zone. And layoff.
This was the punt.
Smith falls in, 47-yard line to the 49er.
Flag is down.
Flag is down.
That's going to be a hole on the Rams.
Yes!
The punter.
Negate the run back. They're going to be on their side with the 50.
Friendly return. Holding. Receiving team number 25.
Trey Brown.
And so much for having the ball in midfield or positive territory. 25 Trey Brown is the guy in the back, just grabs on and throws him to the ground. So that's going to push him all the way back. How far back are they going to go?
They're figuring that right now. Moving back and forth by the officials.
Right at midfield.
Yep. Put it right on the 50. 42 seconds, no timeouts.
Kind of defense the Niners going to go with. Tough to get pressure by this rushing forward, but allows you to play better in defending against 12 and 17. They're on opposite sides right now. Adams and Cook in the field.
They rush forward. Drop 7. Stafford
Uh-oh.
down the sideline in the traffic. The Cook can't get it. Broken up there by Lenore. Lenore. Cook covered well, second down and 10.
Good pressure there by just rushing forward. Matthew Stafford put that up there. The rookie, Berkey Siegel was back there. He probably impacted the pass more than Lenore did.
They're going Siegel's way a lot.
They have. You know, he doesn't locate the football, but I think he affects him as far as just cutting in front of him.
Number 36 has been in on a lot of the action tonight. Second and 10. Stafford fires. And it's Adams, the intended receiver, but behind him. So it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Again, it's a little bit of a miscommunication where Matthew Stafford is wanting Davante Adams to settle in that soft spot in the zone, and instead he continued to cross.
Rush 4 again. Good protection. Underneath, they go to Williams trying to get out of bounds, and he does, but it's going to be a 4th and 4 with 25 seconds.
They're going to put that ball on about almost the 43-yard line. Sean McVay is going.
Well, otherwise you'd be 61.
Kurt Long is 58. He knows his kicker better than anybody.
Sure he does, especially this year. 4th and 3. Stafford fires, caught. Inside the 29-yard line, Williams, now they got to race up there and spike it. That's exactly what Stafford will do here, stopping the clock with 12 seconds. It'll be second down with 12 seconds to go in regulation. Right now you're looking at about a 48-yard field goal.
We talked about how Davante Adams has been setting screens and helping teammates out by drawing attention. How about this? Good job of affecting two. Not only D. Winters, who is guarding him, but also the corner who's trying to stay underneath to try to help out. Actually, Winters, the linebacker, trying to help out on Tyron Williams. And Davante Adams sets that screen to free him up.
Stafford's now throw for 333. Do you inside or outside on the throw here?
Oh, when the 49ers are going to take the last timeout. Kyle Shanahan's going to take his last timeout.
They were lined up, take their final timeout.
This play has got to get out of bounds. You have 12 seconds, and if they're not going to kick it here, you run a play, you run the risk if that ball is somehow inbounds without a timeout, that clock's going to run out.
Absolutely.
So you're calling the plays on the perimeter here. It's your only chance. Or take a shot downfield to the end zone, right?
Go for the kill shot.
Yeah, go for the win here.
I got the guys who can do it.
I mean, you score a touchdown, or maybe you get a PI down near the end zone. It was 2-2 last week that he made that 88-yard touchdown. And what I love is Matthew Stafford said, I've been here 5 years. And I've never, every time we called it, I've never thrown to that guy.
Good. Line to the left. Stafford.
Uh-oh.
And it was incomplete. Adams covered. So now you got 6 seconds. And they will bring in the field goal unit.
And so they take the shot to Adams against the ball. Lenore's had a rough night with the PI. So like I said, you get to potentially make a play or you get the call. And instead it's an incompletion and some pressure.
Oh boy, they missed this. Then the game is over.
Only had one block by Jordan Elliott. From 48 to send us to overtime.
They're deployed to overtime.
From 48, Jones's night is not done. Neither is Stafford's.
Pressure's on. Great snap. Great hold. Great kick. Block all those blocks that have happened to you out. Step up and remember 2 seconds left on the game clock. But as you say, for all intents and purposes, we're headed to OT. And Stafford once again does it.
Well put. You got to block out the blocks. The brain game. Can't have a little body English. Doesn't work. To OT we go. And the winner of this game will be in first place with a mark of 4-1. Loser goes to 3-2. Seattle, if they win, will stay in first place with whoever wins this game at a time for the top spot. What's going on in the NFC West?
Here comes the dirty ball, that knuckleball, with 2 seconds left. See what kind of crazy bounce this thing takes. He's just going to clear it. He's going to clear it out.
Well, they have some overtime before we're in overtime, but here's Sky Moore.
Overtime to go. Oh, hold on. We got to see what the referee's decision is.
But here's the thing, though. In a 15-minute overtime, I think I'd be more inclined to play defense than a 10-minute overtime. If you give the ball away and the offense takes the break minutes.
We are going to play a maximum of 10-minute overtime. Both teams will have an opportunity to adjust the ball. Fourth quarter timing rules. Both teams will get 2 timeouts and all replays are upstairs. Any questions? Nope. San Francisco is still the visitors. It is tails. You want a kick? You want a kick? You want the ball? Which way you want to turn? Which way you want to kick? Okay.
Get the ball first. There are the numbers on the night, almost 800 yards of offense.
49ers gets the ball. They get a touchdown like this, then the game is over.
The teams are going back and forth. While we were in the commercial, the last minute, they line up one way, now they're lining up the other way.
I think the referee got mixed up.
So Al, the coin toss was just a mess.
Right.
We start with the Rams wanting to defer. You keep
Yeah,
the
the 49ers gets the ball because the T got knocked down.
And then we really didn't finish with which way are we going to go?
Right.
Which was really important, which was led to all the confusion. I think they're right.
Apart from that, everything is very cool. So the 49ers will get the ball against a 10-minute overtime. Even if they get a touchdown, no matter how they score, the Rams are going to get to possess the ball. Meanwhile, you got one of those that right outside the zone.
I think it's an offside call. Offside.
He's been
The ball be placed the 40-yard line.
so good at those dirty ball kicks
Kick
this
off,
year.
bounce is
Behind
called.
Carolina, as far as where teams, opponents have started their drives on these kickoffs, but he's got to get it into the 20-yard line. If it lands outside of that 20-yard line, which it does clearly, and then they're going to start at that 30-yard line.
McCartney's been all over the place. The kickoffs have been good, generally, not good here. After the 40, he's had a field goal block. Then he sends the game into overtime.
And you're only 20 yards away from having a shot at a field goal.
Right.
By having this.
All right. Jones does a look for Bourne. He's had a fantastic night. And Bourne is the man in motion. Swings out to the left. Throws. Going to be a first down.
It's a first down, yes.
Serenaded by the 49er faithful in Los Angeles tonight. First down.
And with Kittle down and Deebo Samuel in Washington, 44 takes on a bigger role. This time he's split out wide. Usually you see him inside, whether it's a fullback or even like an H or tight end. This time they split him out. Haven't really shown this look much at all tonight, but he could catch the ball so well. And against that zone, he sat down perfectly, gave Matt Jones a target, a good first down call for the first.
Jones, 29 of 44, he's thrown for 308 yards, 2 touchdowns. Swings it out to the right side. That's McCaffrey. Nice move. Nice step moving in.
It's another first down, yes.
He takes it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. McCaffrey.
Watch DeMarcus Robinson dial up Nate Lambert. He's not even worried about the corner. He wants to make that corner have to try to make a tackle. He's going to dial up that linebacker, leave Christian McCaffrey with the corner. What a great decision, because Emmanuel Forbes at 6 feet, about 170 pounds, in the open field against 23, not a real good chance he's going to make that tackle just by diving. A good job of eyeing up that linebacker.
New check in motion. First and 10. Pass to the outside. Hurled in. That's Thomas.
To go back to Matt Jones. He's been on a journey in his career. 5th year. Didn't work out in New England. He was a backup in Jacksonville. 2-0 this year, filling in for Brock Purdy. Brock couldn't go tonight, so he's asked to step in tonight. Short week. He and Kyle Shanahan have put together a great plan to give him a shot here in overtime. And these first few plays, looks like he did early in the game, but he's very decisive and accurate throwing the football.
2nd and 4.
It's a first down, yes.
First down is called in right there. That's made. First down. 22. Well, Jones is on that resurrection tour. We saw Baker Mayfield. He was on that resurrection tour here on a Thursday night a couple of years ago when McVay had him for 48 hours and led them to a win. We've seen Darnold on that tour. And a coming of age in a way. He was there as a rookie. He was good. He had some good years in New England. And then to Jacksonville. And now a big night for the 49ers. Jones, that's caught. McCaffrey, 15-yard line. Kobe Durant making the stop.
That's 5 plays on his drive after the dirty ball kick didn't land in the landing zone. It's the first time in the second half now in overtime that Matt Jones and this offense, from an execution standpoint, looks the way they did early as far as balls getting out, finding the soft spots in the underneath zones, and letting the receivers do the damage after the catch.
Shanahan is down to dessert on that menu. 2nd and 3. Look out. Down he goes at the 23. A sack. Kobe Turner. the man. Third down. Third and 12 now.
The difference here is the Rams took away those underneath throws where he's been living. So he wanted to check it down to McCaffrey, but the Rams did a nice job of coming up with tighter coverage, so he had nowhere to go with it, and that's what allowed Kobe Turner to finally get home.
And the Rams have had a ton of sacks coming into the game, get their first of the night. Third down and 12.
McCaffrey out of the backfield with Bourne up top.
Jones under pressure again. Hit, gets it away.
This dude's an incomplete pass.
They got fourth down. Young and Turner came in that time. So the line of scrimmage is the 22. They spotted it at the 30-ish. They will have a 40-yard attempt. Of course, the Rams will then have a chance to get the ball. What a night from Mac Jones, who was taking shot after shot and is hunched over as he comes back to the bench.
Almost got to carry him off. Wow.
So here comes Pinheiro. This is going to
Good
be
pull for the field goal.
40-yard attempt. He's made 3 of 3 tonight, and this one is...
Hit the upright, and it's good. Yes.
He points one for the lead.
Inches. It's like you set out just to the inside.
If Rams miss this, then they win the game. If not, if they get a touchdown like this, then the Rams won.
Now the Rams will get the possession to try to tie it or win it. Big full side pocket. I think Pinheiro would have picked up that as well. The one good thing for the 49ers is they don't have a game for 10 days now because of the Thursday night game. Next game is Tampa on the road. Here's the hit on Jones this time. Man.
There's that lower body again. Young wrapped up around him.
Get him up, get him down.
Yeah, he looks like he's giving about everything he's had tonight.
Well, he might not be done because if the Rams get a field goal, on we go. Meanwhile, the kick is fielded and brought back by Smith, Xavier Smith, to the 34-yard line. So in overtime, we get 2 timeouts. Ton of time, no problem in that regard as Stafford comes back out. What a warrior this guy's been tonight. Jeez. Well, we're not done with Cardi yet, I would think, right?
We'll see.
From the 33, Stafford in the pocket. Stafford throws, caught. Nakua is a gain of 9. Second down and 1. So Puka tonight has caught 10. They caught 52 on the season.
A little tempo here. Remember, Matthew Stafford, we talked earlier, this is where he loves to work. 50 game-winning drives. That's the 5th most in NFL history.
Second and 1. Again, the drop. Spins away. Going deep down.
Blitz snack.
Like last week. Got leverage and position on Siegel and picks up 38.
This is a deep crosser matched up against the safety with that kind of speed.
They get a touchdown like this. Done.
Of the pocket to his left and have the arm strength to come all the way back to make that throw to Atwell.
2-2 Atwell, the hero last week, only his second catch of the night, the second long one of the night. And the 20, Stafford trying to win it here, incomplete. Again, going 2-2s.
They get a interception like this, and it's over.
He's in man coverage against Davante Adams, and Lenore comes off of Adams and almost gets in the way of that throw. As you said to Atwell on the crosser, that was close to an interception.
If the 49ers get a pick, that would be good news. None in the last 11 games. That would end it. Stafford surveys. Second and 10. Four-man rush. Swings it to the outside, going to the ground. And the catch is made by Williams. Block runs, but that's pretty much irrelevant at this point. It'll be third down and 6.
D. Winters has had his hands full in those man-to-man situations against Kyron Williams. Remember, this is a Rams team that's had plenty of opportunities. They fumbled at the 1-yard line. They fumbled at the 24. They missed a field goal. Had an extra point blocked. This is not a guarantee for them down here.
A good slot left. Adams wide right. Send 5. Going to the ground is the catch made here by Williams. And it is at the 11. So now you've got
They missed this. It's all over for them.
He's playing for the win. He's ready to roll. No hesitation. I mean, when the time Williams is down here, they have a play clock.
4th and 1. Tight formation. And now a timeout.
Kyle Shanahan ran down the sideline to get that one in.
Timeout called by Kyle Shanahan.
You're seeing the same thing, yeah. It started out, if you joined us late, if you're a baseball fan, you probably did. Looks like the 49ers are going to rout the Rams. They got only 14-0 lead. And in a situation here where the 49ers almost jumped offside. 4th down and 1. Stafford's throwing for 389. Does he keep it on the ground? Trying to throw him off. They've got the timeouts, and that's what he's going to take right here. So
And Rams will take a timeout.
The booing is from the 49ers fans.
Exactly. Yeah, the PA announcer here likes to scream, "Whose house?"
Not tonight.
That's yeah. Sometimes the Rams are just running the place.
This is why you make the big bucks, right? This is confidence in your quarterback, confidence in the play call. You know, they didn't just try to draw them off, call the timeout, and then bring out the field goal unit. 9 is still out there. They're still playing to win. Williams out of the backfield has been a handful tonight in these situations. Team Winters, 53s. Like I said earlier, he's been getting him, and it's been a mismatch with Williams winning.
On the ground.
He did not get it. He won. Yes.
Who's involved in that one?